Wait, did Viper forget? I'm so grateful that I'm not the one that's late for coaching this time. I was 2 minutes late for one coach session and 4 minutes late for another. And now the Viper's late, which is fine. Todd's gone. 8 minutes for Tommy? Oh, you remember? Oops.
Forgot that.
To be fair, this game has been 21 minutes long so far. Yeah, and he's playing some guy that's on his way down from
Some mana. Okay.
from placements. The guy is new on W3 Champions. He's 0-5 already and meets Viper. Okay, this is a pretty good army comp.
No,
It's
should
over.
be borderline impossible. We need to lose this.
Do you think the Viper can spell accommodate? I think so.
He's trying to expand? I have the orbs. I can actually hit air now. That's cool. I like that. But he's dead. He has no units.
I installed W3
do
Champions, but I
Spirit
can't
Link,
turn
but
on
probably not.
Reforged graphics. Is it a bug? No, it's not. So basically, the way that it's working is that W3 Champions checks.
This tourney going to be pretty competitive, it looks like.
Yes, it is. Thank you for the support, Benbo. W3 Champions checks if you have a valid license to Warcraft 3, so that you are not a pirate. Otherwise, there would be grounds to shut down W3 Champions for providing pirated servers, and then we wouldn't have this. So they completely play by the book. What they don't do is they don't log in regardless when they launch a game of Warcraft 3. When they launch a W3 Champions game. For you to play against someone in ranked, they don't actually go online. So it cannot check if you have a valid license to Reforged at that moment, which means that it cannot legally show you Reforged graphics because it doesn't know if you have a Reforged key or a Reign of Chaos key. That's why it doesn't work. They would have to change it so that it first goes online. Because right now it's using the fake offline simulated alternative server
Spirit Link
VPN type of thing.
Because I was thinking try to get some experience with them, but then again I didn't feel like there was anything to dispel or anything in this matchup or in this situation, so I don't think I got to use them anyway. The only thing I did was some Spirit Link, no where to dispel or anything there.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm sad though. I would like new graphics.
Saying, hey, TheViper, he says.
Yeah, new graphics can be pretty nice looking, though it can be a little difficult, clutter, and there are some visual inconsistencies. Like, for instance, in the original graphics, higher level creeps are actually also bigger by size, but in Reforged, they got a lot of the scaling wrong. So you'll see like this really fat ogre, and it's actually level 3, and then you see like a tiny troll, and it's actually level 6. So that consistency, that quality control that was done for the original when Blizzard still cared, was a lot better than in the recent 2018 to 2020 update.
Tasteless not using control groups, or what? What MMR are you playing at? I think I'm like around 1050, 1100 at the moment.
So even if you like think it looks nice, it's actually
boxes
disadvantageous to
click,
use
I
the
think,
new
all
one
the time,
competitively.
but
But like if you're just playing for fun,
early
like who
days
cares,
though.
right?
Tomorrow I will have a way longer session. I will stream earlier in the day and probably do like a solid 8-hour session of Warcraft. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think people build Walker against Undead. Because
Is he
of the
talking
story. I
quiet?
think
Oh wait, am I not showing
Walker
you? I
against Undead,
am.
Maybe one just to do some spirit.
Is he
linking,
talking
but
quietly
otherwise not
because
necessarily.
his son is sleeping or
Yo!
something?
Think as
Yo,
well.
did you see Sing Sing play today? Looked
Word.
very promising for his first day.
Raiders,
He was
maybe
so
more Headhunters
smart,
probably.
fast,
So I was like having a problem.
accurate.
Watching some pro replays. I haven't watched pro replays, but I have watched some pro games.
He was really good.
Like I said, Buggy, Grubby is asking if I still want coaching because I'm winning without it.
Buggy. Who's Buggy?
Hello, Buggy. Follow Buggy.
Who's the Wiper? That's Knopf calls here.
Dota players
Oh
5
man, every time I raid him or anything, the Wiper.
Thank you, the Wiper. I mean, technically, he's been right for a little bit, right? A few months?
Elaborate.
Because you're a father now. Or don't you partake
I'm not.
in that?
I'm not connecting the dots here.
I mean, don't you have to like sometimes wipe dirty bottoms?
Okay. Sorry, dad brain. You know, when you're a dad, it's like pregnancy brain. Your brain is just foggy. It's not easy.
Is it true? Are you foggy all the time?
No, not foggy, but you know, there's a certain little object in your life that takes a little bit of energy and time out of your day. So I cannot play like 84 games a day like Lakari, but I'm working hard.
Okay, cool. Well, you just won your game, so I was wondering, do you really still need help?
I mean, I think I'm ready for 1v1s against you, so we could just do 1v1s.
Yeah, sounds
Train
good.
a little bit.
Let's go.
Trade some games back and forth.
You serious?
No. Were you serious when you asked if I was serious?
I mean, we played each other one-on-one in Age of Empires 4. That felt pretty scary for me as well. I remember we played that weird water map with the very large water shape.
Yeah, it was something with Bay.
Not
But
Booty
then
Bay.
you won that game.
Well, wasn't there a disconnect?
Yeah, I disconnect. Oh, yeah, it was a disconnect, but because they had like a server update or something. But you had that game won.
With Chinese against French?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
To be
but
fair,
anyway.
Chinese on that map against French. Oof. Okay, let's focus on the task at hand.
Yes. How can I help you, sir?
Help me win against Paladin rifle.
Sounds good. What are
I
your
was
current...
expecting like impossible.
No, possible. Just be better.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. What is your current hypothesis of the game plan against Paladin rifle?
Okay, just to like backtrack a little bit. I have probably only played twice against Paladin rifle.
Oh yeah.
So don't have much experience against it. I played against, like one of them felt like he executed it pretty well, and it felt really annoying to play against. I was just playing regular, like some grunts into some headhunters, and he was just coming in like maybe like 7, 8, 9 minutes. He came with like Paladin, the Blood Mage, and like 6, 7, 8 riflemen. I don't know the numbers, but yeah, just constantly draining my mana and healing up his weak Paladin rifles, and I felt like this was annoying.
Yes, it probably was. I believe you. And do you have the? Actually, I can take a look myself. Shall we watch the replay so we can talk over it?
I know I didn't stream while that game happened.
We have replays on W3 Champions.
Yeah, is it easy to find?
Yep, very easy. How long ago was it? Yesterday?
I would guess it was within the last week.
Yeah.
Don't know which day exactly.
Obviously, because you started within the last week.
I think it might have been like 3 days ago even.
That really narrows it down. So you had a Farseer Shadowhunter game where he's level 6-3 and you're 3-3. Could that be it on Last Refuge?
That sounds very possible, yes.
Okay. And then you had another game where someone went Paladin Mountain King. We're going to ignore that. It's
I don't think that was that one, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for
I remember being sucked.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it did.
I'm gonna share the Warcraft 3 screen. Okay. All right.
Just pop it out quick so I can show it here.
3 days ago. And a new Paladin rifle player has entered the tournament. Have you heard?
I heard rumors that Sing Sing is a Paladin rifle enjoyer.
You know, I was thinking
it's not good in Human Mirror, right?
No, but it's very good against Orc.
Well, luckily you are the arranger of the brackets, so I'm sure I will not have to face that.
There will be rigging, but it comes down to favors. So we'll have to see how the next 2 weeks goes.
Okay, makes sense.
Let's see, Mahakali, you are the Viper. Okay.
I want to point out that I think I made many mistakes along the way, and this was late in the night.
Okay, so let's not look at the little things.
Okay.
Is that make sense? Because so by the way, why do you put 1 on wood? Is this Age of Empires habit?
This was a mistake in my build. Like I said, it was late in the night.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
No little things.
I usually always go 5 on gold first.
Okay. Next time I see a little thing, I'm gonna ignore it, and it won't be because I didn't see it. We'll focus on the big things.
It's because you expect good things from me, and
eventually, yes.
Oh, eventually. Okay.
Okay. Farseer Grunt, double burrow. Do you remember your general mindset against human, or are you just making things and then attacking things?
Making things, attacking things is definitely a part of my mindset, but also I want to just be aggressive and harass and disturb him at the start with the Farseer in general.
Yeah,
I feel like against human, Farseer is my safest bet, at least with my current playstyle.
Yeah, it's best in general.
Yeah. Yeah, usually when they have the tower too late, I'll just target down the tower that they're building and then start working on workers and then take it from there.
Okay. Farm cancel means he cannot get a third rifle, which is cool. You could have got the farm cancel as a guarantee while initially starting peasant killing.
Wasn't that the tower?
No, that was a farm. Okay, let me check.
Oh, I'm... Okay. I was sure it was... Okay.
Are you
I guess I gotta pay
Yeah.
attention to it. How, okay.
It's the
I was sure it
blueprint.
was a tower.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're
Looks
talking
like
about a tower. I thought, okay,
Yeah.
makes sense in general.
I thought the orc, they usually build a tower around this time, so I was like, oh yeah, tower deny.
Yeah, he should have done it. He should make a farm, a tower, in my opinion. Only
Yeah.
very high-level human with Pala rifle can ignore making tower and be happy about it. And even then, sometimes it can still go wrong.
Here I think I, well, did not do the best of job targeting, because
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, I still get some peasants here, but I think I should back out with my grunt in particular earlier.
Overall, though, I think it's pretty nice. That was still worth it, even though it could be optimized. And that's without counting the unforced error of failing to fill up his mine again.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, usually when I see someone is on 4, I try to leave immediately and do nothing else.
To not make him aware of his mistakes.
Yeah, because chances are he's not
Clever.
going to notice for like a minute or two, or the whole
Right.
game, and that's better than what you get done usually.
So how much income lost are we talking then?
It's 2 gold per second,
Okay, okay.
and you get 10, so 20%. 120.
This
per
is where...
minute.
Is it always worth it for me to like dive in and see what I can make happen here? Or at this point I should be out of here a long time ago because he has hefty amount of units at this point.
Did you know this is open?
Totally.
Yeah, then in that case, yes, I would say it's worth it, since you knew that you can get out in this way. But otherwise, I would say it's better to stick around forever while taking what you
Right.
can without ever losing your town portal.
Okay.
Because the moment you leave, a better player, which you may face if you get higher MMR, would take militia, creep the mercenary camp. You're giving him leeway to restore order if you TP out.
I have to say though, this opening felt like it went pretty okay for me.
Yep.
So
Very good.
how do I lose?
It's a great question. Been looking mostly at his space. So, Shadowhunter Farseer. This is a very low DPS combination.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow is one of the lowest DPS heroes in the game. There are 24. He is an agility hero. I'm not sure if you know what that means.
Means that whenever I get agility, I get extra attack.
Right, in addition to what it always generally does anyway.
Yeah.
So oftentimes people think agility means high DPS, but there's also a hidden attack stat, which is their base attack speed. And for Shadow, he's among the lowest in the game. That means if he finds a claws or a gloves, it's worse on him than on almost anyone else. Even Paladin gets more damage from items. So he is a low DPS hero that provides a bit of extra DPS with snakes, which are not good against rifles. Bad armor type, bad damage type. So yeah, not that good. Then you've got heal, which is extremely OP. And hex is very OP as well. But neither of those two deal damage. And for the Farseer, he's a good starter hero, but he's medium damage. The combination of them are the lowest combination damage heroes in Orc. Blade is high because it's a Blade Master. Don't need to explain really. And TC gives attack speed to everybody. So Farseer Shadow usually feels good for a very short period of time. And then it starts feeling ass.
What I like though with Farseer is I feel like I get control in the opening. I have map presence, I can be active.
No, 100%.
And it gives me time. Yeah.
But you can't go Shadow second usually. It has to be TC.
Okay, so Farseer into Shadow is usually a mistake.
Yes. Farseer Shadow gets you 3 to 4 kills with Wolves and Hex. And then you pretty much never get a kill again.
Right. I just want to say I think I win this game.
No,
But-
I sorted by losses.
Oh, okay. I think I lose.
You have good memory. It looks
Oh,
like
I
a
just feel
win.
like yeah, it looks like nice. Like I feel like I played this before and I won, but yeah, I guess not.
It's gonna be funny if that's actually true. But the game showed, the replay showed you are level 3-3, he's 6-3. I don't know how that happens.
I think I lost them, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, my guess is because I didn't have DPS in my heroes.
Yeah, not very good creeping. So let's talk about when Farseer Shadow can actually be good. If you use their very brief power spike, which is now, by the way, if you go Hex first. You go Hex first, you show up here, you Hex Pala, kill 1 rifle, kill 2 rifle. So Shadow, if you go Farseer Shadow, you never do this.
Okay.
You continue
It
pressure.
takes too long.
Well, that's just not what Shadow is meant to do. So
Right.
Blade is DPS and tank, and Shadow is heal and CC. CC meaning crowd control. That's what Blade Shadow is. Tank and healer and crowd control. Farseer TC is mass AoE and splash damage. Chain Lightning, Shockwave, or War Stomp. Then you've got Blade TC, which is Glass Cannon. Very high damage, but no healing and no ranged. So both melee heroes can get hit by enemy, and both need Invulnerability Potion in order to stay alive in fights. So very high damage, but very low sustenance. Wolves give sustenance. You don't have that. You're Blade TC. And then you've got Shadow TC, which is weird because Farseer and Blade are good starter heroes, and Shadow and TC are good follow-up heroes. So if you somehow do Shadow TC or TC Shadow, you've got extreme value, but a weird bad start.
Right.
And
But Farseer is never good as a follow-up hero, right?
correct.
Okay. Opener or nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are Farseer Shadow, I think you would want one of 2 goals immediately. Either when Shadow comes out, you pick Hex, and you immediately go to enemy, and you start either hexing Paladin to prevent Holy Light and TP and kill low units, or you hex a low unit and you focus it and try to damage him twice. First time he's going to get Holy Lighted, but the hex lasts so freaking long that maybe you kill him anyway if you have enough units firing on that unit.
Okay.
And also,
How long is Hex on a unit?
I think it's like 15 seconds, 12, 15.
Okay.
It's very long.
And on a hero, it's way shorter, right?
Yeah, like 3 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15.
So Hex should be used on heroes mainly to if you like have a chance to snipe him and know that you might get the kill,
Yes.
or to make sure that he cannot use his abilities.
or items.
Right, right.
Yeah, true. Completely true. And another cool thing to remember against Paladin is that his Holy Light cooldown is 5 seconds. It might get nerfed in a patch to 5.5 or 6.
It will still show 6 because it cannot show 5.5 in the user interface.
Good. You've seen the notes. You're preparing with
I
that
read
in
the
mind.
notes.
So either way, whatever it is, it's good to remember that you want to hit 2 units at the same time. So if I show up here, if I can really flip, like if I can pull the trigger fast, I kill this rifle. But if I think he's going to be on time, I just start hitting another. So then you've got a head start on something. He's going to Holy Light this. You bring this to like 30, 40% or 50, which is not worth Holy Lighting yet because Holy Light gives 400, which is 80% of his pool. But bring him to half. Then you start bringing another to half. Then he has to pick his favorite child and you kill the other.
Yeah, makes sense.
Farseer Shadow does one of 2 things. You go to him and you start getting kills, force TP, kill lots of units. Or you creep your expo, put down a tier 2 expo 6 minutes, and then use the momentum that Farseer Shadow very, very temporarily has to make your expo pay off. You'll still have a shit hero combo, but you have a lot of shit units as well. Loads of Headhunter, Grunt Raider.
The Orc way, let's go.
Yes.
Okay, so on paper though, this hero combination I should never go for.
Ideally, yes. I have done this in
Against
the past.
any race?
Yeah, against any race.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost always disappointing. It feels good and then bad.
Okay.
The problem if you don't have Shadow is that you won't have healing, which means 100% of your healing will come from natural health regeneration, heal scroll, heal pot, and most of all, a non-stop torrent of heal salves.
Right.
It's weird playing FSTC for the first time. It's harder for beginners because everything has to be manually healed and then stay out of combat. Okay, so this is a difficult fight.
Yeah.
I mean, he has 2 Holy Lights. Your units are already low. You've got 1 set of wolves and you've got 1 heal wave. No hex. So my expectation is you kill nothing and you lose 2 units and then run.
I think the issue as well is my Twitch chat told me, sorry I don't want to point fingers, but they told me in this engagement just focus down the Paladin, which I feel like makes sense, but a good player should never lose his Paladin in this situation anyway.
Yeah. Well, they're not wrong because in a sense that was, well, He had 2 holy lights, so you could kind of work through the holy lights in a way. Maybe they were wrong, actually. And you're right to point fingers. Because he has 9 hero armor, and all the rifles have 0 armor. He even didn't pick D-Shield. Devotion aura, which is bad. The whole point of this is to go Devotion aura.
Okay.
So all these rifles have 0 armor, and he has 9. Not only does 9 armor give 35% damage reduction, he also gets only 35% damage from piercing attacks.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get a whole lot. At the end, he will TP out if you keep focusing him, which will be inconvenient because he has no shop and no tier 2. But if you focus rifles, probably you could kill one. I think you're -4, killed none.
Yeah, this was the start of it feeling bad.
Yeah, I think no damage. And that's without him having Devotion aura.
Yeah. And I guess my damage here are the headhunters, but yeah, they don't have the Tauren with them to get the boost. The
Yep.
Kodo is there, but
Do you know about
still, that's the only DPS. Yeah, if you're low ground, you have less chance of hitting high ground.
Yeah, the low ground here is like this.
Yeah.
This
I
camp...
learned that yesterday.
Okay. Oh. You ate the correct
That makes
one.
sense. It doesn't make sense. Like you don't want to eat those with items, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is definitely a game I lost.
Oh, he's got so many gloves. What the heck?
True. Yeah, this is where I feel like I'm just not killing anything.
Yeah, no damage.
Yeah. I mean, on paper here, I have 2-3 of his rifles down to low HP, which is arguably good. But I guess I need to follow through here and actually snipe them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great micro by him.
Yeah, a little bit shoving melee into you. But you're also missing some chances to kill them.
A lot of chances.
Overview is still hard, right? When you're new.
Yeah, for sure. But in the end, that felt like, okay, that went okay.
Yeah, that was okay. But somehow he's level 5? What the hell?
Work complete.
Cheater.
Level 5.
So he will... Does he have the Divine Shield? Was that Paladin?
Yeah, he went 3-1-1.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Under attack.
So he went 2-1, which was not ideal, but I guess he has bad experience losing his Paladin. So he just picked an early D-Shield. And then he went...
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
He got level 4 here, popped a heal scroll, picked his first aura, and then came with 2-1-1.
I mean, he has had all the XP gone to him so far this game, right? Just now
Yeah,
added the Blood Mage.
because his tier 1... He went tier 2 like 8 minutes or something because of your harass.
No.
Which is also an interesting point. If you were aware roughly of his tech timing and the conclusions that would indicate, which is late Blood Mage, therefore later timing, then arguably you don't need to make the standard army of Headhunter Raider. You could try to do something like go to Torrents with fortified defenses.
Okay. Well, what's the argument with fortified defenses? Just to help defend if he attacks me, right? While I'm trying to tech?
Yeah, he will attack. And burrows are the
Okay.
big weak point for Orc.
Right.
But I think this is... We don't really have to finish watching this one. I'm going to teach you a new build against Pala Rifle that I think will be most effective.
But is it is it something that I have to blind commit at the start?
No.
Or is it okay, it's an adaptive build.
Yes. Yeah. But because otherwise,
Okay.
how can I ask you to go for that build not knowing what's going to happen?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so you opened with Farseer Grunt into Headhunters. So that opening that you have may change over time. And
For
so
sure. I already have started having like small variation changes in there.
Right. And where did you get your build? Did you get it from replay, VOD, stream, or by yourself?
I have not mostly VODs from you in particular. Whereas like I just like kind of paid attention to when you add your burrows, when you do level up,
Sure.
stronghold, and so forth.
Yeah. So we have openers. Let's assume we're going to go only Farseer against human. We have openers where we open immediately for headhunters without any grunts. Then there's one where
That's
you
one
go.
I've seen.
You've seen that? You've got Farseer
Yeah.
grunt into later headhunters, like 1 grunt into headhunters or 2 grunts into headhunters. I think this was
Or
maybe
even 3.
a 2. Was this a 3?
I think this was 2, but I also have seen you do 3, and I watched 1 or 2 games from the Chinese orc as well. Lin?
Korean.
Korean, yeah.
Yeah, Lin. Okay.
Where also he played sometimes 3 grunts.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the grunt opening and the headhunter opening usually have a different way of playing with Pala Rifle. If we open mass headhunters, one really good build is Farseer, Panda, Firelord. You go tier 3, Master Zerkers, and you pick Firelord third, and he has an ability called Soul Burn, which silences one of his heroes for quite a long period of time. So you take 1 chain out of the link, either Siphon or Holy Light.
Right.
If you open with grunts, and you go into headhunters, you can pretty much stick to the same thing because you have headhunters. But if you have, like, let's say 3 grunts, then you might end up going with something else where a lot of macro might be required. You basically have to out macro, out move him on the map and focus on trying to kill peasants with a lot of, well, let's say a lot of different tricks. Speed scroll, peasant attacks, maybe Zeppelin drop. It's quite a high skill execution.
That's not for me right now.
Not yet. So let's focus on first switching up your opening build order, assuming that we're doing this mostly because we see Paladin as the boogeyman. So we are prioritizing an opening that works well in every rendition of human play, but it is it has the cleanest transition into the optimal orc versus human Paladin rifle build order, but it still works all the time.
Right. Okay. Just can you recap? Like, so it was the Farseer into Panda and then Firelord.
Yeah. FS HH opener, 6 HH into Panda second, and then Firelord third. Fast tier 3 tech and Torrent Totem after tier 3.
No upgrades except maybe fortified.
Yeah. Fast fortified defenses and Zerker plus Tauren. Lightning Orb.
Okay. How's the ratio Zerker to Tauren?
You'll try to fit in 1 or 2 Taurens in your 50 pop.
Okay.
And then you do the regular 50 pop pit stop, where you save up some resources, and then you go over with Tauren. And because of the production times, going from 50 to 59 means you will make 2 Zerkers and 1 Tauren. So we can say the production is 2-to-1 ratio roughly, but the initial ratio is going to be more like 8-to-1.
Okay. Is the lightning orb for the Panda or the Firelord?
Farseer.
Oh, Farseer with the lightning orb.
Yeah, the Firelord
Does it
could also take it. He's going to open with Soul Burn, so his auto attack is available. The problem is, if you put Lightning Orb on Firelord, he has no second ability. It means you either go Lava Spawn, which is a late stage summon that won't do that much in the late anymore, because it's a summon when everyone has lots of units anyway. For 150 mana, bit of a waste. If you go Incinerate, that is called an Orb effect, which adds a modifier to his attack. Lightning Orb is also a modifier. A hero can only have 1 modifier at the same time. So it's better if the Farseer carries it.
But the Lightning Orb, it makes it so, like, for example, Blade Master can hit air. It also adds more, like, +5 attack, was it? Or
yes.
And does it make the Farseer actually capable in battle?
Well, you get a perch effect, like a slow effect. It means that even though you don't have Hex or War Stamp, anytime you meet each other, if it's a fight he doesn't like, you have a high chance to get 1 free kill.
Right. Because they always have a slow, and he has fairly good range as well.
Yes, and if he adds Griffins, because you have Torrents, then you could put the Lightning Orb instead on Panda.
Okay.
Now, the reason we get Panda second is because it's about 80 seconds faster than getting a second hero from another source.
Okay.
He also
you just spawn at the tavern in the center or wherever the tavern is.
Exactly. And he also empties his mana pool fast. He has 145 mana combo. And Siphon also empties your mana fast.
Yeah.
So
you want to spend your mana ASAP in the fights.
Yeah. And Drunken Haze is a huge damage mitigation against rifles when aimed well. It only has 140 range, splash upon point of impact. It's a single target cast, but then it hits everyone around in a small radius. But if you do that on a cluster of rifle, Drunken Haze into Fire Breath, got a lot of damage. He's missing much of his attacks.
Okay, sounds good.
How do we practice this?
I think you can show me the build, and then I can try it afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. Do we have any humans in chat? Around 1100 MMR?
Any pal rifle enjoyers?
I'm human. What's your MMR, Babdul?
I have a lot of people in my chat saying they are human now, so
Yeah.
good to know, guys.
Eternal 1.1-ish. Okay, that sounds like 1.3. Trying to make the cut.